Welcome back to Lovely Mommy TV. Today I have an awesome recipe for you. Do you see this bowl right here? I only take this bowl out for one reason. Can you guess? Well, I take this bowl out to make my Jamaican rum cake. This cake is recognized by many names. You may call it a rum cake, fruit cake, black cake, no matter what. It's one of my favorite cakes of all time, and I'm going to show you just how I make it today. I love this cake so much that I even made it for my own wedding. Okay, let's do this. I have all of my ingredients out on the counter. The ones that were in the fridge, like the butter, the fruits, and the eggs, have been coming to room temperature. I'm going to start off by loosening up my softened butter in the bowl to get ready to cream the sugar. So there goes the sugar. I'm just going to mix it. It's going to go from a very sandy texture to a nice, creamy, light texture. Take your time with this step. It's what makes the cake nice and light and moist. I mixed for about 5 minutes until it got to the consistency that it should. Next, we're going to take another bowl and combine the dry ingredients. I'm combining all-purpose flour, ground clove, ground cinnamon, and ground nutmeg, and a bit of salt. Give that a good mix, and also give this video a like. Now I'm adding some baking powder to the mix. Stir that up. And now in another bowl, let's crack all of our eggs and give them a good mix and set that to the side. Now let's bring back our creamed butter and sugar, and we're taking the fruits and going to add it to the bowl. Okay, the way I prepared my fruits was I took a combination of prunes, raisins, cherries, and currants. And you can see the measurements down below for the fruit mixture as well. So I took all of those and I added it to my blender along with the red label wine and rum. And then I blended it first for about 20 seconds, and then I took my time and pulsed it until it got to a smooth consistency without totally pureeing it. And you just store that in an airtight container in your refrigerator. So here I am blending the cream butter with the fruits. And now I have about a tablespoon of sweet orange zest. Gonna mix that in there, and then I have 2 tablespoons of freshly squeezed lime juice, and we're gonna mix all of those together before we move on. Now, very important, from this point on you want to use only a wooden spoon, no more mixer, because we're adding the eggs and the flour. So you're gonna take your time with the wooden spoon and alternate between egg, flour, egg, flour. I did it in 3 batches. Gently stir it because you don't want to overwork the batter. Once it's looking well combined, we're going to add our pure vanilla extract. And then we're going to add our browning a little bit at a time. This part, depending on the type of browning you're using, the type of sugar that you use, whether you use light or dark brown sugar, you adjust the amount of tablespoons of browning to add. I started off with 3 tablespoons. Gently stir it. And then as you can see, it wasn't just the right color yet, so I went back in and added 2 more tablespoons of browning. Now I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of red label wine, just to top everything off. And then this is going to be my final tablespoon of browning. So in total, you shouldn't have to use any more than 5 to 6 tablespoons of browning. You don't want to overdo the browning because your cake will come out tasting bitter. Now here's my prepared baking pan that's been lined at the bottom with parchment paper, buttered, and then dusted with flour. We're almost ready to get this into the oven. Gonna pour the batter into the pan, spread over the top nice and smooth. Give it a little tap against the counter and a little shake, shake, shake. And there it goes into the oven. At the very bottom of my oven, I have a baking pan of water just to provide a little steam in the oven to keep the cake moist while it's baking. The cake is out of the oven. I'm just gonna take a butter knife to go around the edges of the cake, nice and easy. Now that the cake is flipped, brush about 1 cup of red label wine over the top of it. And then this is just for decoration. Your cake is ready to eat, but you always want to make things pretty. Presentation matters. So I'm just dusting some powdered sugar, and then I topped it off with a few cherries and mint. And there it is. I've been craving this cake all day, and I'm so happy that it's finally done and it came out perfectly. I know if you take your time with this recipe, yours can come out just as perfectly. Thank you again for watching Lovely Mommy TV. Please give this video a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed already.